Welcome to my channel. I figured now is a good time to do my May manga pickup slash haul video. I have 45 items to show you. I went a little crazy again this month. Um, yeah, so I have 3 anime things to show you and then 42 volumes of manga. So get right into it. So I was at Goodwill and I found the first 3 seasons of Dragon Ball Z. This is the remastered uh, DVD box sets. So this is season 1, season 2. I paid $8 each for these. The only thing is that season 3, can't tell by looking at it this way, but it's missing its slip cover. But the other 2 have the slip covers, and all 3 of them have the book still in it, perfect condition. The book is in. I did start watching this. I watched it as a kid, but not like religiously to the point where I know every episode or anything. So this is 107 episodes that I got for $24, which is pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. Like I said, I did watch it with my brother when I was a kid, but it wasn't like my show. My show was more Inuyasha and Cardcaptor Sakura. But I did definitely watch Dragon Ball Z, so it's nice to watch this. It's just fun. I mean, when I'm bored and I've got nothing to do and I want to sit on the couch and not think about anything, I just throw this on and it's been great. So, super stoked to find that for so cheap. Then I got a big chapters order. I decided to order the entire series of Sankarea Undying Love by Mitsuru Hattori. I loved the anime for this, and for whatever reason thought that the manga was out of print. I have no idea why I was under that impression, but it isn't at all. It's an 11-volume series, and I wanted to read it, so I decided to pick up the entire thing. I love this cover. This is zombie girl, boy who loves zombies, cute romance slash like it kind of gets darker as it goes along. I did film a review of this because I did read the entire series already. And I will post a review for it sometime soon. But really, really happy with this. All the spines look like this with the little stitches and the different colors, so that looks really nice on the shelf. This is a Kodansha release, and they're pretty cheap. They're not super expensive, so it's a good pickup if you enjoyed the anime. Because the anime only covers the first 2 volumes of manga, so you have tons of content that you haven't consumed yet, if that's the case. So, yeah, great series, happy with that. 11 volumes, got the whole thing in one go, and read it pretty quickly. So, also from Chapters, I got another random high school debut omnibus. This is 789. I'm picking these up as they go on sale, kind of, so this one was cheaper, and I do want to collect the whole series, because like I said in last month's video, I think, I have read the series many, many, many times, and the single volumes are just a bit more expensive than I'd like to have to pick all of them up for something I've read so many times already, but definitely one of my favorite shoujos, and really glad to start kind of getting it, so that I can own it and reread it again and again. This is Viz, and the Viz Omnibus, if you ever have one, you know that the pages are very like newspaper thin. It is not a great quality book, but for something I've read so many times, you know, I don't mind picking it up like that. So next, I got a manhwa series called Behind Story. This is a boys love series. I can't remember his name, but there was another YouTuber who did a review of this series, and I fell in love with this cover. Like, I figured, you know what, might as well just buy it. It's a 3-volume series. I bought volume 1 because I got it for only $10, I think. It was on sale. So I bought it thinking, you know what, I'll just get the first volume, and then knew immediately as I started reading it that I wanted to pick up all of them. So I, bit the bullet and just paid full price for the other two volumes. But this is a very good Korean boys love high school drama series. These characters are so like sweet. I really really enjoyed this. I love the art, and it is really really enjoyable. If you haven't read this and you're into boys love series, I absolutely suggest you do. Um, and you can't, or at least I could not find it online even to read like a sample chapter of it to see if I would like it. So um, yeah, and it's the company is Net Comics, which I don't have anything of. I don't even know if that's focusing. Um, but yeah, really, really gorgeous. Simple kind of on the inside, but like the faces, like these characters to me, they look Korean. Um, it's very distinctly Korean when you look at this cover, which I really found captivating. That this artist was able to capture that so nicely, and the story is very sweet. The characters are sweet. Does deal with a lot of mature subject matter, so if that kind of stuff is going to bother you, it's not sexual. Well, like there's sexual stuff in it. It's not sexually explicit, I should say, but it does deal with topics of suicide and prostitution and things like that. So if that's stuff that bothers you, then I would suggest not picking it up. But if you're okay with those things, then definitely something you should check out if you haven't already. Next, I got A Girl on the Shore by Inio Asano. I've read this, I think, 4 times from the library. I read it online once originally. Um, I love this manga, and I finally just decided to pick it up. It is quite expensive in Canada, so I was waiting and seeing if I could get it for a bit cheaper. I got it a little bit off cover price, but not, too much. But it is vertical, and I just got really scared it was going to go out of print and I wasn't ever going to get my hands on it, so I figured I might as well just get it now. And I don't regret it because I love this series, and this will be something I'll reread over and over again. It is very sexually explicit. If you are not 18, it does say 18 plus for a reason. It's about two middle school students who are just discovering sex and dealing with the implications of a casual sexual relationship. Yeah, I really like it. I think it's great. I like it a lot more than Solanin. I read Solanin and it just wasn't my thing. But I really, really enjoyed this, so definitely really glad to have this one. And another Inio Asano title I picked up, Goodnight Poon Poon Volume 2. I have read all of Goodnight Poon Poon before, so I know the whole story. I know I love it. But these are so expensive. For some reason, Volume 2 on chapters was only $17 for a while. I think it's up to $18 now. But I got it for $15 because I had a coupon, so I couldn't pass this up. This is a gorgeous publication. Like, this cover is very nice feeling cover. It's not rubbery per se. It's hard to describe the material of it, but yeah, I mean, if you haven't read Goodnight Poon Poon and you like Inio Asano's work, this one is fantastic. This is my favorite. Girl on the Shore is after Goodnight Poon Poon, but Goodnight Poon Poon is definitely my favorite. I will be picking up all of them. It's just I cannot pay $30 a volume because this is only a 2-in-1. It's not like it's a 3-in-1. It's a Viz signature 2-in-1, so it's quite pricey. But I couldn't pass up $15 for one of these, so hopefully some of the others will go down in price a bit so I can buy them because I really do need to own that whole series. Next I'll do, I guess, the used pile that I got. So I found a person on Kijiji, which is like Canadian Craigslist, selling a ton of stuff that I was looking for. So I got Saturn Apartments Volume 1. I paid, I think, $8 for this, which is good because that's half off. It's $16 or $17 to buy this new in Canada. So, and all these are in pristine, brand new condition. The person was not kidding when they said these are very lightly used. So Saturn Apartments, from what I gather, it's a people live on the rings around Earth, or maybe it's Saturn, I don't know, or maybe they just calls it Saturn because the rings are like Saturn's rings. I'm not entirely sure. They're in space, basically, and this is a window cleaner, I think he is, and it's just him kind of cleaning windows and seeing into people's lives as he cleans their windows. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But this is a series. It's a 7-volume series. Some of the volumes are way out of print, but definitely a series I would like to own. So to find this used in perfect condition was awesome because I was going to buy it right before I found that ad. Another series that she had that I literally had in my cart on Chapters and was about to buy and then decided to buy, I think, Sankareya instead, was Genkaku Picasso. I've wanted to own this series for a couple of years now. It's a 3-volume series. It's a Viz, Shonen Jump. These volumes are quite thick, though. All 3 of them are much thicker than a regular volume. I think this one's just over 200 pages, and like, look at the art. This is Usamaru Furuya, who does Lychee Light Club and No Longer Human, the manga version. So his art, this is my favorite cover with all the plants and stuff. Like, I was just so fascinated when I saw these covers. The art is phenomenal. This is an episodic kind of story. I think I'm going to do a complete review of it. I did read the whole series already, so I'll definitely probably just do a review of it. So watch out for that to get some more information about this one. But like, what a fantastic... There's some really creepy kind of... He's a bit of a dark and twisted mangaka, so yeah, it's a bit more lighthearted because it is Shonen Jump, but it does get dark and it does get emotional, and I cried at the end. This met all of my expectations. I was honestly a bit worried when I started reading it because it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, and then there was a turning point, and I guess I'll talk about that more in when I do a review of it, but this was fantastic, and I paid $20 for all 3 volumes, brand new condition, so super stoked about that. And then she also had a series that I had never heard of called Togari. It's an 8-volume series. She had all of them brand new. This is old Viz. These are all completely out of print. This is 16-year-old guy has been in hell for 300 years. He's told, we're going to give you this wooden sword, the Togari, and you're going to go back to Earth, modern-day Japan now, and fight sins that have been attaching themselves to human beings. And if you collect 108 sins in 108 days, then you will be released from hell. So that is what this is about. It said online that it was akin to like Inuyasha, which is classic for me. I love Inuyasha. I've watched it and read it many, many times. So this seemed like an obvious choice. I paid $30 for the whole series, and for an out-of-print series, I think that is pretty good. I read the first volume, really, really liked it, so I'm super looking forward to reading the rest of it. I love this volume here. And the spines look great because they've got these eyes. I'm not lining them up right now because my hands are full, but they all line up with the eyes and the different colors. So yeah, super stoked about that. I'd never heard of it before, but I figured out of print series for pretty cheap. I couldn't pass it up, and I'm enjoying it so far. So that's good. And then my last chapters order, all these just arrived yesterday actually. We got Deadmen Wonderland Volume 10, slowly but surely picking up Deadmen Wonderland. I have read the whole series before, like I said before, but just trying to pick them up in physical copy. Horimiya Volume 6, this was on sale. I still do not have Volume 5 because it's still super expensive, but this was on sale, so I grabbed it. Cute color pages in the beginning. Deadmen Wonderland has colored pages too, but they're very graphic, so I didn't show them. Love It 14, Volume 5. I love this series. I have the first 3 volumes. Volume 4 is still super expensive. I cannot buy it right now, but Volume 5 is on sale, so I bought it, and I really am impatient to get Volume 4 so I can continue reading it, and I also still need Volume 6, which just came out fairly recently. This is a beautiful publication. I will give Yen Press that, but this is very expensive for just a single volume. But, you know, it is what it is. And finally, I'm sure you've seen Insidious Swede and probably Manga as well, talking about this series. Chapters had all the volumes, so I bought all of them. Some of them are still coming in the mail, so you'll see them in my haul next month, but I did purchase the whole series, and that is Switch. So I've got Volume 1 here. The backs aren't super exciting. And here's the side. It's got a pill. And what I like about these covers is, so the author duo is Naked Ape, and they always have, so here it says Naked Ape on his belt. And this one it says it on the handcuffs. So here's Volume 2. Volume 3, I love this cover. This is a drug, so I'm missing Volume 4, this is Volume 5. Drug police detective unit duo. Fairly episodic from what I can tell so far. Pretty interesting though, I like the art. And they're nice matte finish covers. Again, this is Viz, old Viz. So I'm missing Volume 4, 7, and 9, but otherwise I have 1 to 13, and I did pay for the series, just the other ones are going to take a little bit longer to ship. So I've only read Volume 1 so far, and my favorite cover, Volume 13. I am super stoked to read this. I bought the whole thing because it is going out of print. Chapters had all of them, so I figured, you know what, I'll just buy the whole series. I can't, again, one of the ones that I could only find certain scans online, so I tested it out. I read a chapter or 2 online and then decided to just buy the whole series, because if I don't do it now, it's not going to happen for a long, long time until I find someone selling it used. So yeah, that is my entire haul for the month of May. Guess you got a sneak preview of what you'll be seeing next month, because I have 3 volumes of Switch coming. But yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, you want me to talk more in depth about any of the series you saw, please let me know, and I will definitely do that. Thanks for watching.